President Biden's border crisis front and center on Capitol Hill. A House Judiciary Subcommittee is set to hold another hearing on the unfolding chaos at the top of our next hour. Just ahead of that is the chairman of that panel, Republican Congressman Tom McClintock of California. Congressman, thanks for being with us. We'll get you out of here as quickly as possible because you got to hoof it back over to Capitol Hill. This hearing this morning, one of your key witnesses is Tammy Nobles. She's the mother of Kayla Hamilton, who was murdered by an unaccompanied alien child who happened to be an MS-13 gang member who entered the country during the Biden border crisis. She was on Fox earlier today. Here's what she told us. Listen here.
I am planning on reading my testimony, letting them know about Kayla, about her personality, and also about what happened to her. How can they vet them when they're coming in by thousands? They need to be able to check their background, not for crimes in this country, but also crimes for in their country and where they came from.
You can tell, Congressman, that she is still completely torn up by what happened, and it's going to be an unbelievably emotional testimony an hour from now. But what's the solution here? Is it better vetting, as she suggests? Is it restricting to a greater degree people coming across the border? Is it all of the above?
Yes, to all of the above. First of all, we had secure borders at the end of the Trump administration. It was Joe Biden on his first day in office that canceled construction of the border wall, ordered ICE not to enforce deportation orders, and canceled the Remain in Mexico policy. That's the incentive that's causing all of this illegal migration. If you make a phony asylum claim today, you're automatically guaranteed of being admitted into the country. You get indefinite residency, indefinite work authorization, lots of free stuff. And when your claim is finally rejected by the clogged court system years in the future, you're not going to be deported because we're not enforcing deportation orders.
And the problem with...
But the other thing is this, and this is the tragedy with Kayla. The police, when they arrested this guy, he had MS-13 gang tattoos. They made one call to El Salvadorian authorities and confirmed he was a known MS-13 gang member. The authorities at the border didn't lift a finger. They didn't note the tattoo, and they certainly didn't make that call to El Salvador to find out, is this guy dangerous? And so they immediately traffic him to Maryland, and ultimately he ends up killing Kayla.
And we know what a problem MS-13 is in this country. During the Trump administration, President Trump made it one of his signature issues to crack down on MS-13.
As the borders open, MS-13 is entering the country. The cartels are entering the country. We just had, not far from my district in California, a cartel execution of a family of 6, including a young mother who was shot through the head trying to protect her child who was also murdered.
Speaking of children and the border, Raul Ortiz, the Border Patrol chief, tweeted out this video in recent hours of a young child, 4 years old, being dropped over a very high border fence in San Diego. There you can see in the highlighted section of this video here, the child being dropped over. So this is a child that we don't know where the child came from, but made a treacherous journey up through Mexico to the border and then gets dumped over the wall by himself. We don't know where he's going. Who do you blame here? Do you blame the cartels for bringing this child up? Do you blame whoever is in this country who asked for the child to be brought up, the administration, or again, all of the above?
I blame principally Joe Biden and Alejandro Mayorkas, who enable the cartels to do this. The cartels are paid thousands and thousands of dollars to traffic these children into the United States. The border authorities, the agents tell me, this would stop immediately if we simply began returning these children safely home. The cartels don't give refunds. The moment that children are returned to their homes, their business dries up and all of this tragedy stops. And yet the administration refuses to do that. Now, the bill that we just passed, H.R. 2, out of the House, will do that. It will return all children safely home rather than traffic them to workhouses and other terrible conditions across the United States.
Of course, this isn't the first time that we've seen this happen. It's just the most recent time. And I'm intrigued, too, that the Border Patrol chief, Raul Ortiz, seems to be sort of, the truth teller here in terms of the administration as to what's really happening on the border. We've got to go. We've got to let you go because you've got to get back to the House. We look forward to that hearing this morning. It will be a very interesting one. Congressman, thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.